Hi guys, I'm Nayantara Rai reporting for ET Now. Now, how we shop online is set for a big makeover. What the Narendra Modi government is very seriously looking at is to have laws which will protect consumers like you and me. So let me take you through some of the changes that they're thinking of. These are all draft regulations, so very much in the works at this stage. Has it ever happened to you that you've ordered something online and when it comes, it's totally different from what you expected? It's maybe defective, and then you can't return it because you just can't get hold of the seller on the e-commerce platform to return it to, or even get in touch with the e-commerce company to say, hey, I got this defective product and I need to return it, or I want my money back, or you replace it. Lo and behold, that could change very soon. What the government wants is to make sure that an e-commerce company very prominently publishes all its own information, all its own contact information, call center number. It also wants each e-commerce company to have a grievance redressal mechanism. It's also may make it mandatory that for every seller on the e-marketplace, information will have to be provided. Email addresses, mobile numbers, and the draft laws also incidentally talk about a fax number. So you can reach out directly and say, listen, I bought your product on this website and it's not working. I want to change it or return it or whatever it is, right? What's more, supposing you get in touch with the platform, the e-commerce company that you bought the product on, and in writing say, I need help, it might become incumbent on that e-commerce company to put you in touch with that seller. So, that missing chain could also be very well addressed by the government. So, you'll have to have the call center numbers published by the e-commerce company as well as of the seller. And each one of them will have to have a grievance redressal officer who has to acknowledge your complaint within 48 hours. That could be the chain. Now, all of this sounds very great, grandiose, and what happens though? Supposing you aren't buying a big product, let's say you're not buying a smartphone or an AC or a fridge. What if you're buying let's say a jar of mango pickle made by some housewife in some part of the country? I'm playing devil's advocate here. Can we reasonably expect her to have a call center number, to have a grievance redressal number because maybe her achar is, let's say, it didn't have nice oil or it looked different. The packet, she sent you nimbu instead of mango. How is that going to work? So I think we need to look at that as well. That the individual sellers, how is that part going to work? But certainly anything to protect consumers is fantastic news. The other part of the draft laws, which I personally found very interesting, is what the government is advocating is that very soon it will say that e-commerce companies cannot indulge in price manipulation. It stops short of explaining what price manipulation is, but says that they cannot be seen as over profiteering. Now, for the last regulation change that took place, they said e-commerce companies are like a marketplace which connects a buyer from a seller. So where is the e-commerce company making money and profiteering? So I think that needs a lot more clarity, but I can understand where this is coming from. Remember during the lockdown, how much hand sanitizer costing, how much the face masks were costing. So, is that one of the reasons perhaps that the government has decided that it wants to look into this aspect as well? The third part, supposing you get something, you buy something, and you want to cancel it. You can cancel it and there can be no cancellation charge unless the person selling it to you is also having to pay that to cancel it. I thought that's really fantastic. I think it's happened to a lot of us. We bought something, we want to cancel it, but then the e-commerce company says, hey, if you want to cancel it, this is how much you're going to lose. So that's not going to happen. Unless they are losing that much money, they can't charge it to you. So I thought that was another interesting thing. And from a consumer perspective, maybe there will be no hidden charges because the next proposal is that you have to give a breakup of what you're compulsorily have to charge and what is voluntary. So, for example, taxes are not voluntary; it's compulsory. So that breakup has to be given, and then whether it's postage or delivery, etc., that breakup has to be given. So clearly, the intent is to empower the consumers, is to protect the consumers. It should give you the choice to cancel orders, get refunds. You should be able to pick up the phone and call someone if you've got something that you shouldn't have gotten, or if it's defective or it looked very different. The last one I'm saving for the best. Sellers will no longer be allowed to masquerade and as customers and give reviews. So often, I don't know about you, what happens, right? Like you see a product and you see a lot of very negative reviews, and sometimes I think to myself, look, kitne vele hain, like why are they getting in, reviewing even a product like this? And then I think that ye pata nahi koi rival hi hoga. So that is not going to be allowed anymore. So I thought that's pretty good because let's face it, we all want honest reviews, right? So these are all draft in nature. Let's see what actually makes it as the final note.